Have you ever wondered how nothing really exists? That the object that appears is you, a body, your thoughts of things, objects, thoughts that arise. Have you ever thought how that doesn't exist and how that's an illusion? When it feels so tangible, when it feels so real, and you've been caught up in this reality all your life. But there is a science to it, a science that explains it. So, what is real? If this is not real, then what is real? And then what happens when the awakening of real occurs? Well, this is what happens. You see that nothing is real. First of all, you have to see that what goes on in your mind, that constant thinking, it isn't real. And then you realize it's not real because there's something behind it that's knowing of it. We call that the witness. What is that? What is that behind it all? That just witnesses. It's a nothingness. And yet these things are happening. And then we can see that this that's happening is just a pattern. It's a pattern of you. So you can then distinguish that awareness or that witness from what appears as your mental thinking. And then it's then that witness that awakens. It's that witness behind it all that then when it falls into itself, comes to see it as the self, because it's causeless. When it sees into itself, it just is as is. Whereas when a thought looks into itself, it sees it's motivated by a feeling in the body or an emotion. And that's all causality. And we know that causality is just all built on memory, ultimately. So not so with awareness. Awareness, when it looks into itself, is causeless. So there we are. Then we start to see that, so this idea that I'm experiencing and thinking all of this up here, that's just a causality, a reaction, a reflex. But the reality is that behind it is the gnosis. So if the gnosis comes first, which it does, then that in itself is the substratum to any appearance that arises. It also means it is the root source of all experience. So these objects don't experience themselves. That's the illusion. You up here believing that's the experience. It's not. It's just a reaction. Behind it all is the true depth of all experience. Consciousness, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. You use words these days and everyone moans about certain words because they all have different meanings. So call it consciousness, call it formless reality, call it isness, call it whatever you want. Call it the power of now if you want. It's all the same. So it's not real. Nothing's real until the witness awakens and it comes to see that that itself is real. It's reality. And from that reality, all objects that appear associate to that reality being experience. No object can experience itself, not even the I thought. It's interesting, isn't it? Fascinating stuff. So have a workout on that one.